Hello and welcome back. Right, I've created the course. I thought it'd be easier than boring you with that amount of detail. Just got to set these two going. I've just created the course on this and we are going. So yeah, let's get these started. Yeah, I just need to grab the... it's not going to take these long for the two of them to do it. So what we're going to do is we're going to get the next two ready. We are going to go... I think we're going to enjoy this with the big one. We'll get you, the Vulture. Actually, no, I think we use the big one. It's one of the bigger... I will make sense, honest, I will. Yeah, it's one of the bigger orange wagons. That's the word I'm stumbling around for. Yeah, absolutely. Right, so we need to create a course for these. Now, how are we looking? I know about the Omentana things now. I have figured it out. I've got it set on too many things. You have to make a choice, so I've confused it. In layman's terms, definitely confused it. Yeah, that's all you can really say. All my life, that looks awful. It looks quite pretty, though, in my defence. Oh, it does see that as a field, that little tiny... Amazing. Excellent. Right, open generator, 6.5, number of headlands, then we'll go 4. Oh, okay, no, 4. Generate. Does that look alright? I think there's enough there. No, let's go 5. My gut said that, so let's still stick with it. Right, so save, activate, 6.5 meters. And we shall let them at least do 1. Let's grab the big one, which is over there. I can see it. I can as well. No, we don't want the 4755. Yeah. Yeah, we should drop those off. They caused great mischief. Ooh. In fact, yeah, let's not leave them like that. We do want a special place for these, I think, though, like here, because they are a little bit awkward and always were for sheds. So, yeah, and I think that tree, I'm going to get in the way with that. Yeah, I was feeling a little bit restless, and I've been on half a dozen Let's Plays, and I couldn't settle on any one of them, so I came on this one, and this was the one that I fancied doing. It was, so here we are. I've got yet to release this. Yes, I've not actually so far. It has got problems. I have loaded a lot of mods today, including the dairy that I would like us to place. Yeah, well, actually, no, we're going to do that test, because I haven't actually done the test of the dairies. I have tested quite a few things recently, but not the dairies. Right, let's shut that for a minute, and let's set you going first, and we don't want any of those, and go. Right, okay, we do need to set the helpers, not now though, because, yeah, once you set them going, that's it. So we shall follow that one along, and we shall grab... That is... Wally. I was about to say, in my silliness, where we're going to put the grass, and I'm just looking over at the Hessian. So, yes, that's where we're going to put the grass. Is this one of those that you need to unfold now? It is. Right, okay. Yeah. Yes, it quite confused me, that did the actually unfolding malarkey that first time I actually did it. Right, let's... Now, these are not the most graceful for this, I must admit. It's a bit difficult. So, yeah, well, the bigger ones of the articulated are not the most graceful. It's sort of like... Yeah, not like the HDZ. I enjoy that level of articulation. It seems to not transmit quite so well as they get bigger. I really do think the articulated tractors are absolutely ace, but yeah, these bigger ones, a little bit harder to control. Yeah, a lot of snaking going on. Yes, yeah, so here we are. Absolutely, with our grass strips in our field. You don't see that very often. You really don't. Thank goodness. I have actually done worse than that. There was once, I don't know if it was with the 8350 Cedar or whether it was just some other kind of aberrant accident, but oh, that's the weight. Yeah, I did actually once half plants barley and half plant wheat, something like that. Oh no, it wasn't. It was sunflowers. It was on Wasnishi in 19, FS19. Yes, I half planted sunflowers, and it was either wheat or barley. It was something like that, or oats. Yeah, I don't know how on earth I did it, but I did, and boy did it cause me hassle. I think in the end I did persevere with the harvest for a while, and then I did what most people did after it driving me crazy for a while. I think I actually did cultivate it in and thought, this is just too difficult to do. Yes, we shall sort those out in a bit. Yeah, definitely. Oh, I do love this when you get the bigger ones. So nice. I've got this 16 tonner on Bloomfield, Canada, and you're forever going to empty it. I mean, don't get me wrong, it's better than not having one, but it's funny, we've got such a lot of equipment on Bloomfield, but it refuses to drop me a decent forage wagon. It's one of the few pieces of equipment that refuses to drop. Actually, thinking about it, I could afford a new one now. We've got 196, which I was thinking about buying another field, but mind you, I think we need fields more than that. I can put up with a 16 tonner for a while. Yeah, now they're nearly full. I do love the way that when these are full, that the forage wagon pops itself up and switches itself off. I think that's quite neat. Yeah, like that. No need for any intercession from me. Wow, just look at that. 2 mowers. Absolutely amazing. Now we're going to go behind the velvet. Not going to get involved in any scuffles. Definitely not. Right, I think we've activated this. I'm sure we have. Now, have we scanned everything? Oh, is precision farming working? I seem to recall. That was my... Yeah, it was... No, it isn't. That is broken. Yeah, so precision farming is broken. There we go. We scanned those a long time ago and they still haven't returned the data, so yeah, that's one of the things wrong with Stoke Valley at present. I have heard from a reliable source that this is in for, as updates pending testing in Giant, so yes. Hoping that soon, because it is a great map, it really is. I'm thoroughly enjoying my time on here. We've done things on this that I've only ever threatened in the past. That little island, I've been talking about that for absolutely ages. I've almost done it on the Western Wilds, almost similar, but not quite this. This was my, I've always wanted to do this. Also, it's nice to actually build the beginnings of our farmyard at the beginning. Yeah, there's many Let's Plays, especially the smaller ones where we never really get around to it. Wasnishi was one such. I had all the utility buildings. Mind you, that was more defeated by the map really than anything. It was the plot of land we'd got was big enough, but it had roads leading everywhere, so it was impossible really for me to do that, which is a shame. Yes, it's really nice to have our sheds down and stuff like that. Right then, let's make sure that we're not having any crashes. Yeah, so we shall sort out we'll have a go at the productions later, the Omatana Gardens. Yes, I've got way too much going on. You've got to either tell it to be one thing or the other, and I've switched everything on. You can't do that. You've got to either have it. You're either doing it without fertiliser or you're doing it with fertiliser. You can't have both. So I think I've totally foxed it. Definitely. Wow. You're going to get quite a lot of grass from this. Which is, of course, that is what we want. It says it like that's a problem. That's what we want, as much grass as we possibly can. Yeah. Especially being as we're facing, that's why I cut this. I don't normally cut in November, but this is obviously what will tide us and give us a little bit of profit over the winter. Yeah, because otherwise the money will just go down, 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 as it always does. Although we have got most of the equipment. I mean, that harvester last time was an I cannot believe how fortunate we were. Not only to get the harvester, I looked in editing and I thought, you absolute lucky fluky thing. Talk about, I mean, I know it wasn't, obviously it was a massy header, but and it's a 12 metre. The chances of that the day after you drop a harvester are just so tiny. Talk about fortunate. It is weird how that happens sometimes. On some Let's Plays you do get things drop just in the nick of time, and then other Let's Plays it never happens. As I said, Bloomfield Canada's dropped me so much fantastic. Right, let's just get that. But just not the forage order. But as I said though, you can't expect everything. You really can't. Right, I'll stick this just out of the way for the time being. I don't want any accidents happening. Yeah, they don't half get in each other's way. Now, if he's finished, then the other one can't be far off. I think that's the last strip now. Oh, no. Yeah, I do believe that is the last strip. Excellent. Just got those little tiny corner pieces, which shows not the end of the world. I do think I might have been right, you know. I think a couple of windrows, although I suppose no. It's, yeah, some things I have got to be honest, I've got to get better at patience. Let's face it, we've only got one forage wagon. If we'd got two, perhaps a second windrow, but I'm not catching up with him at any time soon. In fact, he seems to be racing ahead, so what's the point in having two windrowers? So he finishes quicker? To what end? What's the point? Yeah, I have really got to learn to be definitely quicker and more patient. I love the picture of the cows on the back of this, by the way. It's amazing. I don't think I've ever seen that before. It's quite so this must be one of the I was looking at the amount of mods I've got in and how much duplication I've got of different mod packs. I'm going to have a look at it and remove some of the duplicates. Yeah, I don't know how many different JCBs I've got, and I suppose they're probably different versions though, as in like different sizes, so I suppose, yeah, I do like the JCBs. But I've got lots of things like that. I've got single things, and then I've got packs. Like I've got a Zeta on its own, and then I've got a Zeta pack. So yeah, I think I think I'm gonna need to spend. I did do some. I got rid of some earlier before. Yeah, when I was feeling restless, I thought let's have a bit of a tidy up, and I did have a little bit of a go, but nothing special. Yeah, because when I came in and I switched some mods on this, I thought you've got way too many mods, really. Although it's nice to have choice. I'm not. Yeah, I'm certainly not talking about not having choice. That's definitely necessary. Yeah. But you can have too much choice, and I don't know whether having thousands of mods affects, yeah, the game at all or not. I'm not sure. I really don't understand how it works, if I'm honest. Right, yeah, we have. I didn't lift it. Ooh, see, that's what I'm on about. That's where a little tractor has got more grace going around the corners and can actually pretty much. HDZ is fantastic for that. Yeah. I've got to be honest, I think the HDZ, as much as it's got its problems, it's very thirsty. It's one of the thirstiest tractors in the games, and it also has got the most spongy brakes, but it is an absolutely amazing tractor in a lot of ways. It's worth its weight in gold, and I think it's one of the best betas. The Traction King, the case, is also a good one, but it has problems with its gears, the same as the Fiat Agri does. Yeah, I'd still have to manually do the gear changes on that quite a lot, which is a little bit annoying. It doesn't want to change up from 1 to 2nd. It's sort of have to trick it if you quickly stick your brakes on, but it doesn't always work, so it is very hit and miss. it sort of gets on your nerves after a bit, which is a shame because I've got that on quite a few Let's Plays, because I do love it. It is an absolute amazing tractor, but I just wish that would get fixed. Yeah, the Fiat Agri, well, the main reason I wouldn't have the Fiat Agri is it's too noisy. I did dub it Mr. Noisy. I had to forcibly eject it and remove it from the mod list, which is a shame because actually it would probably be my tractor of choice. Yeah, I must admit Peppy978 does some absolutely amazing mods. It's just that Mr. Noisy was too much. Yeah, I couldn't have him subjecting all of you to the noise level. Yeah, it was just too much. It's not fair. Yeah, I would have had to. The trouble is, you see, I did try knocking the volume down, but then you can't hear the other tractors that are quiet, and it is nice to hear the engine noises and that, I think. Oh, what happened there? Why did that miss that? Yeah, a bit of clean up afterwards, I think. Yeah, it's the can't turn the corners quite tight enough. It's not terrible like the bigger ones, and of course it pulls it like a dream because it's not exactly struggling with it, but yeah. Right, he's on his ups and downs now, isn't he? Oh, ×1. Yes, absolutely. So we shall look at dairies later. Oh, I was going to say, why am I going fast? I'm going fast because it's filled. Yeah, so this will be, it does 120 tons a day. This does, the Hessian. So now there is a sort of, not a sneaky trick, but it's obviously using productions to its best. If you're trying to get more, it would pay us to get I will think of the word. A tedder, and TED half of it. So if you did 240, in fact, yeah, that is a point. That is 8 points. That is not a bad idea. We have done it. Yeah, let's stop the tractor. Let's stop Betty. Right, Betty. We're going to keep the same course. Let's fold that. We're going to TED the rest, and then we're going to windrow. Yeah, we're going to get the other parts of this. I think it's slightly bigger, but it doesn't really matter. Let's go and TED it. We're going to use our brains. We are, for once, and not. Yeah, it's that gets you through. It really is. It's being clever, in a good way. Yeah, not. Yeah, if we can sort of get twice as much being processed because we do some as hay, then so be it. It means we get 240 tons processed in one night rather than 120, which is a far better use of your productions. Much better. Now then, can I beat that car? I think we can, even though he's a little bit fast. Right, indicator. Indicator off. Right, we've got the plough, so we may as well take that as well, haven't we? Stick that on the front. Now, is that am I going the right way or the wrong way? Right, so we want the little tedder. These are absolutely amazing prices. These Russell Mash, absolutely amazing. For when you're trying to save, I mean, don't get me wrong, if I will be looking in the sales, and also if I am trying to save my money, so these obviously, they are fantastic. They really are, so it's not like, but 1,300, and we will keep it yellow. We will. That makes perfect sense. Yellow for that's hay straw. Wow. Right next door. Absolutely excellent. Right. Now the camera zoom seems a bit weird on this. I seem to be zooming in all the time. Now that's strange. Let's get ready to drop the plough. Yes, there's a few bits and bobs in time I wouldn't mind cleaning up when we get the. I thought today I wanted to do this myself. I feel like not using Courseplay for everything. I feel like doing a little bit of work myself and getting involved. Not being a farm manager. Oh, there's a bit of grass needs doing there. Yeah, I missed that. Yeah, I'm quite pleased with that bank. I'm quite happy with it now. Now, why am I taking the plough with me? Why am I doing that? We'll leave it by the tree, being as I seem to have insisted on bringing it. Yeah, I know, that's annoying me. It is. Let's just paint that, even if it's the... Oh, it will let me do this now. I've got the paint anywhere thing on. Whereas obviously before this would say, this is not your land. Now, this I find useful for this very reason. When there's bits and bobs, I wouldn't abuse it, but for this, where it was going to drive everybody crazy, I do think it's definitely a good thing to do. So we're not even going to change the course. We're just going to start him where we stopped, and then we're going to start him again to windrow a second time. So we got to bounds here. Yeah, that's exactly where we got to. Right, so, and nearest, go. Smash it, and then we'll windrow again. Let's grab that. See? We've done a little bit too much, but that's not bad. I don't know if we're going to get 120 tons of hay, but it is definitely the best way to do things. Right, I think I need to... Yeah, I am going to pick this up as grass. I know it's going to obviously be on tomorrow's bit, but it is what it is. Yes, I am going to put this on probably at the beginning of next week. Yeah, I wanted to get a few episodes under my belt because of the problems on the map. But yeah, I've got rules of engagement, where actually quite a long one, where we actually create the farmyard roughly. Yeah, over a few bits and bobs we do a bit of refining work, and then obviously the animals, and then episode 1 planting and all that type of stuff. So this is, I think, episode 3. I think. It is. No, I remember. I remember doing editing episode 2 earlier. Ooh, we're missing a bit there. Yeah, there's definitely a bit of tidy up to be done. Oh yes. I do love the pottingers. I think they've got a very wide pickup for saying they look narrow. Yeah, I think they're a little bit, bit TARDIS-y. Right, shall we type? Yeah, I think we will. You don't want to hear me waffling on forever. Yeah, and babbling on about anything to try to keep you engaged. It's a skill, it is. But sometimes, yes, I'm just going to save you from myself. Yeah, I am literally. Were we talking about the farm, anything that we needed to do, then yeah, and obviously I'm going to just while we get this done. So I am, whilst we finish the field, I'm going to say my words. I'm going to see you guys and girls on the other side. There we were done. Yeah, I am thinking, I'm not sure whether fertilisation, obviously we don't need to lime, not because it's not going to register with precision farming, but I mean, it would with the base game if it said we needed liming, but what I mean is, it's bizarre. It does sort of read that there's no field data, so it's sort of partially aware that it's there, but it isn't actually doing anything, which is very strange. Yeah, soil, no data found. But it is still... Yeah, just don't know how this is going to work. Right, we need to... Yeah, we'll still do it. We'll fertilise it. And we'll set this with a worker while we go and investigate the Omatana things. Now let's just check on whether it does need liming on the map. Yeah, on the field. Information. Yeah, it's not gonna do anything, is it? And that's weird because obviously that everything that used to be on there is now on precision farming. So in some ways, we can't fertilise our fields. In essence, so in some ways, I really am wasting my time. Now that I realise that is the case, what I will do though is but we'll leave it at this session. I'm not going to do any more sessions because that is definitely true. It's no matter what I do, I'm not going to actually be able to fertilise or lime or do anything, which is going to just mean the crops are always terrible. Right, let's sort these out though before we go, otherwise the session's going to be absolutely teeny weeny, and yeah, that's ridiculous. We can at least get this going, and then I will come back on as soon as there's been an update once this is all fixed. I didn't really realise to what extent the damage was. So first things first, we'll go to each particular garden. I should have water in this. Yeah, we did fill that. It says, that's the only trouble with long grass, is it hides things like that. I could not see the framework, but now I can just see it. Right. Yeah, that's the point. Let's reverse. Right, so as we don't confuse these, we do need to switch some options off. Now, this shouldn't really be affected by anything seasons or anything like that, because these are just a production, so it says so confidently. How do I know what makes them tick? I'm not a mod expert. Right. Right, okay. So, open the gate. Ooh, okay. Let's just... Okay, open a garden. So we want tomato seeds and solid fertilizer. We don't want... Oh, we need to deactivate normal. And we are going to do... actually, let's do manure. So we need to go down all of those. And it won't confuse it, I'm thinking. That's what I'm hoping anyway. Yeah, that's number 2. So we need to... Yeah, we do obviously need to... That's the point, I presume. No, it still does need water. Yeah, the recipe does say water still. Fertilizer, manure... I'm hoping that's all it was. Alexa, stop. Right. I'm just going to do this one last thing. Oh, no, we do need that. Let's just make sure. Was that the last garden? No, it wasn't. Yeah, that is. Smashing. They're all selling. Right, that's better. Excellent. They're now showing nothing, so let's see, can we get it to want water now? That is the real. Yeah, now the one thing at the YouTube video that I saw, it explained about how this all works, but never actually showed you dropping water off or anything like that. That's the only bit that is a little bit confusing. It definitely sort of shows that you need water, and that is a field, so we cannot. Okay, it does show the actual, like a pipe. It's hard to get on that last one. I didn't think of that very well. Need to have a look at another YouTube video on this, because we are getting there. We're definitely nearly there. That's definitely showing that, but yeah, it's not showing water but not doing anything about it. So do we need to? Building storage is empty. I know it is. I'm trying to fill it. Maybe it doesn't like the Abbey though. Is that the building storage? Okay, there's only so much you can do with one of these. So let's just see if you can ride down to where the pallets form. Is that the point where you need to drop it off? Is the water thing a bit of a red herring? It's throwing you out. No, not really. It might not like the Abbey. There's a couple of times I've used this. Now, do you have to switch this on? It's not another one like the nursing tank that you have to jump in, is it? No, it isn't. Right, we're going to leave it there, because there's nothing we can do. Yeah, so it's a bit of a short session, but really, yeah, there's absolutely no point in me cracking on now until this is fixed. So we shall wait for Lancy Boy to get the fix on Stone Valley, and then we shall crack on. Do I post this until that time? You know, I think the answer to that is probably a no. Anyway, it shall get posted as soon as the update's done. Or no, I shall. There's enough on it that's, yeah, I think it's probably imminent, so I am going to say my words. Thank you very much for watching, and I hope you're going to continue with me on this journey. Any suggestions about the farm layout or anything you'd like to see, mods or whatever, please give me a shout. Perhaps not on this Let's Play though, because things aren't working right at the minute, but yes, on others. But layout of the farm, by all means. Yeah, any ideas, please drop me a comment. And I'm going to say goodbye for now.